Let's take a look at some of the rarest airsoft items that we have here in the BZ shop. In this video, we're going to take a look at some of the limited editions that we have in stock that are available to buy. We're also going to take a look at some unreleased items that we have preview models of that aren't available to buy, and just some more interesting things that you don't see every day in airsoft. What's the rarest item in your airsoft collection? Comment below after you've watched the video. Right, let's start off with the item that actually inspired this video, a brand new pistol that we've just got in today here at BZ. Now obviously licensing is a big thing in airsoft. We see officially licensed replicas of all different types of real steel guns. Recently we did a review of Archwick's official replica of the B&T APC 9K. Go watch that if you haven't seen it already. But we even have seen some pop culture licensing as well with the John Wick series of pistols, the Combat Master and the absolutely gorgeous Sand Viper and Pit Viper. But this is a first for at least us here at BZ, an officially licensed anime pistol. Licorice Recoil has gained a big fan base in the last few years all around the world, and to see Tokyo Marui do an officially licensed replica for them is pretty cool to see, even if it's not something that you're into. The fact that Tokyo Marui have gone to this effort to make something, even though it's a limited edition, it's fantastic to see. Something I'd like to see more in airsoft. I'd love to see a farmer's shotgun from Dragon Ball, Tokyo Marui, if you're watching. The one thing that Tokyo Marui does better than almost anybody else in airsoft today is packaging. We've already showed you the outside of the box is full of details from the show. Even the box that the pistol comes in has a reference to the show on the outside of the packaging. So let's open up the box and see what's inside. And we have Chisato's handgun there. You see, you've got these like edges at the front. This is based on the show. It is the handgun that the main character uses. I mean, it's nothing like anything else that we see in airsoft. This will definitely stand out on the field. Comes with a spare magazine included. These are super limited edition. You can hardly get your hands on them. We could only get our hands on a few of them, and most of them have already sold. We've only got one left at the time of recording, and by the time this video comes out, it'll probably be sold because as niche as this might be, if you're a fan of this anime, then this is such a unique bit of merchandise. It's really cool to see Tokyo Marui doing a collab like this. I know they've done some similar things like this before, but I'd love to see more things like this in airsoft in general. But don't take my word for it on how cool this thing is. Let's go speak to our shop manager, Bailey, who is our official anime expert. Right, I thought it was probably best that we get an opinion of an official anime weeb. So we're here with Bailey, the shop manager. He's actually bought one of the Chisato's handguns. Can you just tell us what makes this so special? What level of detail have they gone in with this thing?
It's a very unique design pistol. It's very much a 1911 kind of style. The big muzzle brake or the compensator on the end, obviously very pointy is the easiest way to explain that. It's a very small handgun. In the actual anime itself, she actually doesn't use a holster. It's inside the backpack and has a little compartment that just kind of empties out. Another really cool part about it in the actual anime as well, she uses rubber rounds, so not real ammunition. Airsoft, we use 6mm BBs, so it's kind of very well fitting.
And just based on what I've seen on the box, there's a screenshot on the box, the actual packaging it comes in, is it designed to look exactly like how it is in the anime, that she has like a case with it in?
So there's a few images on the, obviously not images, but a few parts of the anime where you actually see the box itself, and it was the exact same thing. So handgun, red background, one pistol mag inside the box, and there is usually an empty slot, but obviously Tokyo Marui being them, they like to put a little design itself in the other kind of mag compartment.
Yeah, they've just kind of gone with the extra mile on this thing. It's the same with the collab they did back in about 2016 or something like that.
Yeah, so that they did a collaboration for SAO Alternative Version. Season 2 is recently just released as well. They did it for her pistol, which I've actually forgot the name of it, unfortunately. Vorpal Bunny. And then they also did it for P-Chan, the P90 as well, later on as well.
I really wish we had that P90 here. I think it's
one.
absolutely gorgeous. And I'm going to put you on the spot here. If you were going to have, if there was an anime that you wish they could make an official collab gun with, who would it be? Or what would it be, I should say?
Oh, a bit of a harder one. You probably would be looking Gun Gale. There's so many, they've obviously already done it, but just do another refresh of season 2 just coming out. There's a lot going on in that anime, and there's a lot of just unique guns. But however, going off this and definitely the another 1911 design, they are very unique pistols.
Yeah, we're looking forward to seeing what Tokyo Marui has in stock for 2025. Now, although this next limited edition is quite a common sight here in UK airsoft shops, it was produced specifically for the UK market, so you won't see it anywhere else in the world, and that's a Midnight Mint series of KWA Eve 9 and E4 rifles. The Midnight Mint colourway was actually requested by KWA UK themselves to KWA's manufacturer. Over here in the UK, we have the valid defence rule. If you do not have a valid defence, you need to purchase a two-tone rifle. Go watch our video if you haven't already on what counts as a two-tone rifle. But they didn't want to offer the standard solid blue, solid red colours that you see across the board on two-tone rifles. They wanted to offer something different. So they went with the Midnight Mint colour that you'll see on their Eve magazines on the tip here. They've applied that to the body of the rifle as well to make this absolutely gorgeous two-tone colour. We actually had some people order this because they just like the colour, not because of the valid defence rule. We've had a few Americans reach out and ask if they can order it overseas. It is a gorgeous little two-tone. It's one of the nicest two-tones on the market, and it's also one of the best value airsoft rifles available today. It's got PTS stock included, PTS sights up top, it's got a Magpul polymer body, it's got all the same internals as the T10, T6 series. It is an absolutely gorgeous rifle for the price. If you want to see a full review on this gun, go watch our video, link in the description. Now, this next limited edition we got completely by accident. This is the titanium Bifrost by Acetech. You may have seen the standard Bifrost, which is just a black tracer unit that shoots out rainbow tracer beams, but this is the titanium version. They're pretty hard to get a hold of, but we have one totally by accident. You may have seen this tracer unit on a recent AP Rainbow build that we did. Go check our shorts if you haven't seen it. It's quite striking, one of our favourite builds we've done so far. But what happened was we needed a Bifrost to put on display in our shop. So we opened up a random box from the hundreds of Bifrost tracer units that we had in stock. And guess what? Inside was this beauty. It wasn't the black Bifrost that we had ordered. It was this absolutely gorgeous bit of limited edition kit. We do sadly only have one of these titanium Bifrosts in the shop currently. We are going to try and source more when we place our next order with Acetech, which will also feature the Volcano, the world's first grenade launcher with a built-in tracer unit. Acetech were kind enough to send us a preview model of the Volcano, the only one currently in the UK, but we're not going to show you in this video. You're going to have to go and look at our exclusive preview video, link in the description, after you've watched this, of course. Speaking of Acetech, everything in Airsoft can be a limited edition, even a chronograph. This is the AC6000 Mark III Bluetooth exclusive edition chronograph from Acetech. Ooh. If you're someone that wants the absolute premium of all things, then this is the most premium chronograph that Acetech do. We'll open up and show you what's inside. Now, we swear by Acetech chronographs here at BZ. You'll see them feature a lot whenever we chrono a gun in a review video. So if you're looking for a chronograph, you can do a lot worse than an Acetech chronograph. You can get a standard edition of this chrono, but the exclusive edition here comes with its own carry case, so you can take it safely to game days with you. It comes with your standard charging cable and instruction manual. But the difference between the standard edition and the exclusive edition, the performance is exactly the same between the two, but this actually has an aluminium tube inside rather than a plastic tube. So this is more durable. You're going to get more use out of it. It's just a bit extra premium, a bit higher quality basically. But whether it's a tracer unit or a chronograph, or a standard edition or a limited edition, we highly recommend Acetech. They make fantastic products. Now, this next item, I'm not even sure if it's classed as a limited edition, but it's definitely unique. Not something you'll see anywhere else in Airsoft, and that's a Macron Blue Far 9 from G&G Armament. So not only is this gun unique because you can fold it up two ways, but it also is unique because it comes in 3 different colours. Your standard black, it comes in a pink, which we're currently sold out of. That's been very, very popular since we got that in. And it also comes in this gorgeous Macron blue colour. Just look at that. As I say, I don't actually know if this is limited edition or if this is something that G&G plans to continue to produce. But God, is it just unique looking. I mean, that is an absolutely gorgeous colour. I'd almost be scared to take this thing out for a game in case I've fluffed it up. But they do actually make a GTP-9 pistol in a matching macaron blue as well. And I say it does come in a pink and rose gold colour variant as well. What do you think of this, guys? Do you love this, or does it make you want to cry? Let us know in the comments. Personally, I absolutely love this thing. I love that G&G are taking risks like this. The pink version of this is one of my favourite rifles that we've ever stocked in the shop. Now, whether you're playing Airsoft, Speedsoft or paintball, the most important thing you can do is protect your eyes and protect your face. So if you're someone who wears a full face pro mask, one of the best quality masks you can get on the market today is a carbon goggle. Carbon have really made a big presence in paintball over the last few years, and they're starting to make a big presence in Speedsoft as well. They're currently partners with the NSL, and we're seeing more and more Airsofters and Speedsofters change over to the carbon goggle because they're super flexible and they're super easy to change their lenses as well, and they're super high quality, and it doesn't get more premium and more limited edition than their GRX series. There's several different colours available, and there's only 200 of each colourway available in the entire world. The GRX series comes in a range of colours, most of which BZ has in stock because we are the exclusive UK distributor for Carbon, but we're going to just show you a couple of them here. This is the fractured gold carbon goggle, and this is the tie-dye lagoon GRX series goggle. Some really unique patterns on the GRX series. Carbon goggles are just super high quality, and with the GRX series, not only do you come with a goggle case, which all the carbon goggles come with, so you can transport this around safely. It actually comes with 3 lenses included. So although it is one of, if not the most expensive full face mask on the market today, at least that we sell here at BZ, it does come with a lot of extra things included, and there's only 200 of each in the world, so you know they're going to stand out. But every style and brand of paintball mask comes with its pros and cons for Airsoft and Speedsofters. So if you want us to make a video on the best masks for Airsoft and Speedsoft, please do let us know, tell us in a comment. Right, let's move on to some unreleased guns, shall we? We've got 4 currently unreleased guns to show you in this video. We were sent these preview models back in June for our event BZ Fest. It's our annual Airsoft extravaganza. We'll be releasing some details about BZ Fest 2025 in early 2025, so keep your eyes on the BZ YouTube channel for that. And we actually had some very special guests here in Teesside for the event, including the CEO of Vega Force Company, Vega himself, and he brought along this Maruyama FMG-9, which is currently not available anywhere. In case you don't know, FMG stands for Folding Machine Gun. This is based on the real steel version by Magpul. Unlike some of the conversion kits that are available on the market, this Maruyama FMG-9 is one full piece. It comes as a full pistol itself, so you don't have to have an existing pistol to attach this onto. This comes as one piece, and it should be available in 2025. This thing is just awesome. Very easy to fold back up, and I tell you what, it never ever gets old doing that. Now moving on to some previews courtesy of KWA. We are the UK distributor for KWA, and they were kind enough to send us some previews of their upcoming 2025 releases, starting with the TAC-9 GBB SMG. Now what's exciting about the TAC-9, at least for us here in the UK, is they take MP9 magazines, thank God. Now if you've been wondering why it's been so hard to get your hands on an Airsoft replica MP9 here in the UK over the last few years, it's because unfortunately we're not able to sell them in this country right now due to a licensing issue, but that's why we saw the Vorsk VMP1 a couple of years ago come out with MP9's mags compatible with it. That was an open spot in the market that Vorsk took up, and KWA have followed suit, and they have released they are planning to release their TAC-9 SMG. We can't speak of the performance of this thing because this is a pre-production model, but it's nice and compact like an MP9. It takes MP9 mags, and if the KMP9 is anything to go by, if it's got the same performance as a KMP9, the TAC-9 could be one of the best GBB SMGs available on the market in 2025. These should be available early 2025 in the UK and around the world. But that's not the only new release that KWA has planned for 2025 because they're releasing two new pistols, the ATP-Z and the ATP-GT, each coming with their own SMG kit as well. Now, if you don't know, KWA over in the US has a big relationship with law enforcement as they use KWA replicas for training purposes. So over the last few years specifically, they've really put a lot of emphasis in making their guns as realistic as they possibly can for that very purpose. So with the brand new ATPs, they've actually improved the recoil on them, so they're a lot more like the real thing when you're shooting them, and they've also got a new drop-in trigger group. They've got some other several improvements as well. These are only preview models, so we can't speak on the performances of just yet, but once they land here in the UK, the retail versions land in early 2025, come to BZ for that review. Do you prefer the ATP-Z? Or do you prefer the ATP GT? Let us know in the comments. This is the KWA Lucy 4 AEG. It is the polymer version of the QRF Mod 3, and this is not limited whatsoever. These have been available now for over a year. They're a fantastic value gun, part of the KWA Original series, which we did a whole video about why they're such good value for money. But what is a limited edition is this version of the Lucy 4 with the coloured magazines. When the KWA Originals line first launched in early 2023, each of the new originals, excluding the Eves because those were already available, but the Lucy, the Scarlet, the Iris, the Ava and the Rain all came with their own different coloured magazines. We call those the KWA Ladies line. They each came with a coloured magazine like this one. That is literally the only difference between the standard model and the special edition. But what makes this so limited is this, we believe, is the only special edition KWA ladies gun, one of the 5 releases that they brought out at the beginning of last year. This is the only one still left unsold. This was the only one that didn't sell before the release of the standard editions of all the KWA originals. So I think this has kind of been overshadowed by the standard edition of the Lucy 4. But yeah, so this, unless another store has some of these still in their stock room somewhere, this is probably the only special edition KWA original that's still left unsold in the country. So yeah, although it is only the magazine that is special about this thing, if you want a limited edition version of it, gotta come to BZ. And finally, to end the video, we're gonna commit a cardinal sin on the BZ Tactical YouTube channel. We're gonna talk about paintball. Yes, this is your official paintball warning, but we wanted to include one of these just purely because of the price tag. We do have several limited edition paintball markers here at BZ. If you didn't know, we're the UK's biggest paintball store, as well as being one of the biggest UK airsoft distributors as well. But we wanted to show you the most expensive gun that we have in the shop. It's exclusive to BZ in the UK, and that is the HK Army Eclipse Collab Fossil CS3s. This is the Scorch edition. Other colours are available, and what is different between these and the standard edition CS3s is the milling and the HK branding on the back of the gun and along the barrel as well. And you're going to want to brace yourselves when you hear this price tag. These are currently £2,200, and that's the discounted price. The original price was $2,500. Now, part of the reasons these are so expensive is because they are super limited edition. We only ever got a handful of these HK Fossil guns here in the UK. We've only got a few of them left in the shop right now. You can't get them from anywhere else here in the UK. And if you want to feel any worse about how much these things cost, when they first came in, some guy came in and bought 2 of them. $5,000 worth of paintball markers in one purchase. The closest thing that we've got to this price tag in Airsoft is the Colt L119A2 made by Acetech. It is the most premium rifle that we sell, and it's £1,800. Sadly, they only make a limited number of those. That could also be classed as a limited edition, I guess, because they're so hard to get a hold of. And when we do have them in stock, they sell so quickly, but we promise the next time that we have them in stock, we'll do a full video on the most expensive airsoft rifle that we've ever stocked here at BZ. And that's all the limited editions that we had to show you here at BZ today. I'm sure when we get more limited editions in the future, we'll make a part 2 to this video. Actually, in preparation for this video, when we were listing all the limited editions that we had, some of them that we wanted to show you actually sold out before we had a chance to film it. So if there was anything in this video that you want to get your hands on, make sure to get it quick because they might sell out as well. What was your favorite limited edition or unreleased item in this video, and what's the rarest thing in your airsoft collection? Do tell us in a comment below. Leave your suggestions for future videos or products you'd like to see us review. And as always, like and subscribe to BZ Tactical.